Hey, welcome back to Sports School. I'm Erika, and you remember Terry.
Hello.
And this is the ultimate workout too, focusing on upper body strength.
That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to really strengthen and tone and tighten all the muscles of your upper body. It's going to be a continuous workout. Stick with us. We're going to get you there. So let's get started.
Yeah.
So just marching in place. So warm up really quickly. So nice and easy. Get everything moving and get the blood flowing. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe up. Exhale out. One more deep breath. Hold it at the top. Interlace your fingers. Press your heel of your hands away and just stop your feet right where you are. Oh, just kind of sit into your heels, lift up as high as you possibly can.
Squeeze your outer arms in and push through your fingers. Push your index fingers up.
Ah, it feels good. So bring it all the way down to the middle.
Drop your shoulders down your back.
Ooh, stretching through. Turn your hands over, round through your back. And then push your chest forward, stretch through your chest and shoulders, dropping your shoulders down. And perfect. One more deep breath in. Breathe up. Remember, gang, when you're doing this with us, you can always hit pause if you're going too fast, doing too much. Pause, then resume again. Let's get our weights. For you? Perfect. So first things first, have a nice strong base about you. Keep your abs tight. You're going to press through your heels.
Bend your knees slightly.
Exactly. Remember, we're all about having fun and being effective. Most importantly, keep it safe. If you feel any strain or struggle, stop, pause, then we'll resume it. So bring your hands straight down, right? And I want you to turn your palms all the way under, lifting your anterior delt raises. You're gonna bring them straight up, straight through.
Keep your shoulders pressing down and your front ribs drawing in slightly. So you don't want to arch your back here. You want to stand tall and elongate through your spine.
Beautiful. Up and through. We're in no hurry here. You got a full half hour. You got plenty of time to do all the exercises.
Yeah. But keep going back to your shoulders. Drop your shoulders down and press your shoulder blades in, because the tendency is to want your body and your arms to do the movement. You want to keep your body still and just lift from your upper arms and your hands.
Perfect. She's been watching me do this routine many times.
And pause at the down position. Keeping your shoulders drawing back and the shoulder blades pressing down, gently draw your front ribs in. Now roll your upper arms open as much as you can and keep the shoulder blades pressing in, and then go ahead and lift.
Straight up.
Yeah, good. See, his shoulder blades are in, his front ribs are in. He's not doing a little dance here as he moves his arms, although I know he'd love to.
And this really does isolate the anterior delt. So hold it at the bottom. From here, do bicep curls. Bring them straight up and straight down. Get a full range of motion. Don't this little halvesy thing. We're up in here, right? Let it come all the way up and all the way down. Get a
And
full
stay
stretch.
lifted out of your center. Don't collapse into your joints here. Keep your heart lifting up, your spine long.
Yeah.
back
Because
of
walking
your
around like this is not sexy. This is not why you work out.
And it's all about being sexy.
Yeah, that's right. So give me 8 more of these. There's 8. There's 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Turn your hands outward. Then you're going to press straight up and straight down. Then you're going to reach right over your head and then right back down. Again, slowly on the return, overcoming the effects of gravity. Really working the muscle in its full range of motion.
And again, stay lifted out of your pelvis. So keep your torso really long and always go back to your shoulders. Drop your shoulders down.
That's right. Even though you're working your shoulders, you don't want to work from your shoulders. You don't want to get way up into here.
And it's unconscious behavior usually, letting your shoulders creep up towards your ears.
That's right. In traffic, stress, that's where all of it goes, into our shoulders and into our neck.
Let's take a breath shoulder break.
Do it.
Deep breath in. Lower your arms, drop your shoulders.
It'll all
Stretch your
fall
head
down.
to one side, the other. I started to feel that in my trapezius muscles around my neck.
It's good that you stopped. All right, so let's go. Let's bring our hands back overhead. Pull the weights together again and drop your shoulders down. And elbows stay nice and tight. And then again, hammer tricep presses. Staying right close together. When you turn your hands this way, you're able to get your elbows close together, which works more the long head of the tricep.
Now, pause here at the bottom. Drop your shoulders down. Squeeze your elbows in as tight as you can. And keeping your elbows squeezing in, lift up. Keep them as close towards each other as you can.
And then if you want to intensify it just a little bit, hold it all the way down. Really draw those elbows in to engage your upper chest, also the long head of the tricep, and then have a small pulse to it, just pulse. Right here. And you're really gonna feel the muscles start to burn.
Elbows in, elbows in.
Oh, hello. What have we here?
I think that's about
Someone stop the
enough. How about 3 more?
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, and then bring them all the way down. Once again, you want to let it all just sort of
Gently.
relax. Exactly, relax in there. So from here, I want you to widen your feet out to a nice strong base. So you develop the base with narrow feet, now you're going to develop with a wide base. Abs are going to stay nice and tight. Bring the hands right down.
And I like to turn my toes out just a little bit and bend my knees and kind of put the weight back into my heels, almost like I'm gonna sit down.
Great.
But stay lifted.
Yep. So keep that elbow slightly bent. You're actually going to lead with the elbow, not with the hand. You're going to do lateral raises. So what's going to happen is, because we have these beautiful long arms, we're going to lift straight up and straight out to the sides of our body. Lifting long. If you notice how long her arm is, it stays very long from the body. She's not allowing it to creep back in. Remember, it's physics, gang.
So I lift up out of my center, drop the shoulders down, and leading with the upper arm, but keeping the shoulder down. And then you also want to feel a little bit like you're reaching your hand away from you to keep it long. And if this is too much to do both arms at a time, just alternate them.
Perfect. Let's do 15 more. Sounds like a good number.
But are you counting?
Well, I'm counting. Okay, I'm counting. 5, 6, 7. Chest stays up. 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11.
4, 3. That's more positive. 2, 1.
And then rest just for a moment. Let it all kind of hang out there. Now what I want you to do from here is I want you to take one hand and double up the weights into that one hand. You know, place the opposite hand, the one that doesn't have any weight in it at all. Place it right on the opposite leg you're going to be working. Just so you're going to be pulling right across the side and pulling straight back and through.
So, of course, if you can't hold both weights in one hand, you can either do half the amount of weight or grab a different heaviness weight.
Right. What she said.
Yeah.
So again, if you want to make it a little harder, slow the work down. So come through and slow.
I find that's easier because I can keep the form.
Oh, there you go. The slower you work it, the more the effective gravity becomes. So the more gravity you work against, well, the more muscles you get to lean out, get the tone, get the sculpt, get the build.
5,
4, 3, 2. Switch
All right.
hands, switch sides. You're just going to rotate one. Just going to kind of rotate over to the other side. The weights again rest in the one hand. The other hand that has no weight on it, just kind of place it right on top of that quadricep, and you're going to draw right up into your shoulder blade, right up through into your armpit with the weight.
And pause at the top for a moment. Make sure your shoulder blade's pressing back in. It's not this. You want to slide it in.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so no hunching. That's a great point. If you hunch over, eventually what will happen if you continue to work out in this position, whenever you're done working out, you'll walk around like this. And as we always say, hunching is not sexy. In the definition of sexiness, hunching, not there.
And 5 more of these.
Going. 8.
2, 1. All right.
Hold it all the way here. Let
What's
the hands
next?
go and then bring them right to your sides. So right here, your elbow's gonna be right by your sides, hands slightly in front of you, and basically a half bicep curl. So from here, you're gonna open and close. What you don't wanna do is allow your chest to move too much. It's really about working just the upper portion of the arm, the humerus bone, this part, turning it outward and bringing it back together. So really focus on right behind your shoulder. So hold it all the way open, hold it there. So I just wanna do a small pulse here. So you wanna take it straight back and press in through your shoulder blades, pressing everything through.
And keep your whole body still. Lift up out of your center. Only work the upper arm. Roll the shoulders open and squeeze through your upper back.
Exactly right. Yep, and express your chest. Just push it out there. Stick that sucker all the way forward. Yep, hold it right down, bring them right back to center right here. Now, I want you to rotate your hands all the way in so that your palms face your body here. You're gonna do this exercise, it's gonna be a lateral raise again, but you're gonna lead with the pinky. It's Beverly Hills lateral raise. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift straight up, straight through, just like this. Keep your elbows slightly bent.
And your shoulders pressing down.
Yep.
I like to
Dude.
lead with the pinky side of my hands and like the top of my forearm here. Lift.
And notice the weights aren't going any higher than her shoulder. You push too much pressure on the shoulder joint if you go this high. Remember, the shoulder's a ball and socket joint. Nah, none of
How's
that.
that?
Right? Plus, ooh, shower, hello. So you want to keep everything on the same plane, the same level. Perfect. If it gets to be too much, as you can see, Erika has this beautiful wingspan. She has these really long arms that are just great.
You're trying to make up for the armpit
yeah,
thing.
well, you know, I realize I need to ride home. Anyway, so you want to hold it. If you want to hold it in a little closer, that's totally fine too. Shortening the lever makes it easier. Lengthening the lever makes it harder. Give me 8 more. 8.
We do a lot
7.
more when you do a lot of the tucking. You notice?
Sorry. 5, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh! Once again, double up the weights into that one hand. Now we're going to add a little bit more to that pullback we just did a second ago. So squat in even more. This time drop your elbow onto your knee. What's going to happen is I want you to take this weight all the way in front of the toe right here. You're going to bring it all the way through the front. Feel a long stretch through your back and through your side. Then you're going to row up into that shoulder again. Up.
And you don't want to let the arm completely disengage, so you're pulling the shoulder out of the socket. Keep your upper arm bone like firming into the socket when you lower. So it's not.
Yeah. Perfect. How many more do you want to do?
About 3.
Okay. 3, 2, and again, switch sides. So the body weight doesn't change. In other words, you're not leaning over to one side more than the other. You're actually staying right in the middle. If you need to take a break now, it's a great time. Take a little pause, water, towel, whatever, then come back and join us. So boom, we're back. Elbow right down on your knee. Reach all the way across in the front of this toe. Have a long stretch through that arm, and you're gonna bring it straight through. Just go straight up, straight through.
Keep lifting up out of your right shoulder as well. Don't collapse in the joints. Always stay lifted and light.
This is bad. Oh, okay, now we're gonna do 9 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold up. Oh my goodness, separate the weights, bring them right back in front of you. One more time, exterior turning them out. External rotations, open and close, right to the back side. This time, I'm only coming halfway forward, so all the way back, halfway. All the way back.
Just little pulses.
Exactly.
And pause at that outermost movement. You can rotate your arm and squeeze just for half a second.
Yep. You'll notice both mine and Erika's chest are slightly coming forward, because what's happening is the shoulder blades are squeezing in, holding everything back and using these little muscles back here, the posterior delt.
Talking.
Sorry.
I think 10,
You
9,
want to do 10 more now?
8,
10 now?
7,
Why not 10 from here?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rest.
Let them hang out just for a second. Oh, we're not done, sister.
I know we're not
Keep
done.
your
I can
legs
take
wide
breaks
open.
if I
Come
want.
on, let's go. Here we go. So drop the hands straight down below you. One last part for your upper back and also for your upper traps and medial traps. What you're gonna do is an upright row. Just drop it right up underneath your chin. Let it come right back down.
So sort of drop your shoulders down and lift through your entire upper arm, and with the elbow. Don't let your hands hang.
So lifting up and then down and through. So remember, gang, like Erika's doing here, she's got her shoulder blades, she's pulling them right down into her spine. It keeps her chest elevated. Beautiful. Just dropping right down into her lower back. Up and down. Perfect. Very nice.
And keep your chest nice and broad.
Oh.
And if it starts to become too much and you get the weight up there in the right amount of time you're scrunching, just slow down. I find that often helps. And then if you need to, just take breaks.
And if you want to intensify it, make it a little bit more difficult, what you can do is actually hold at the top, ready, and just draw your shoulder blades down. And what will happen is that you really engage the muscles and do a small press up and through your upper back, the back of your shoulders, drawing everything.
I think I'll just...
You take a break. I'm going to do a few more of these. I'm liking this. Remember, Greg, the great thing about this is you can go along with us. It's a non-stop motion. If you've continued through with us, we haven't stopped. Everything keeps moving, but you can. You have that technology, use it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Need
Good
some water
job.
or anything?
Excellent.
Like that?
I think I'm gonna take a small water break.
Go for it. And while she takes a water break, grab a mat, make it really handy for you. Make sure you have your weights nearby and place them on either side of your mat. We'll go down to the floor to do other exercises. For you?
Thank you.
So what you want to do is you want to roll your mat out. No. Just like this. It's probably going to roll back a little bit. That's fine.
I flip mine over if it rolls back.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And take those weights that you have, or I'll take my weights
Small
that I
break.
have.
All right. So we need our weights for this?
We will need our weights for this.
Hold on.
And set them basically on the outer portions of the mat. Ah, perfecto. So sit back on your heels just for a moment and open up through your chest and take a deep breath in for me. Just breathe in. Exhale all the way out. And then take in one more deep breath and get out of those shoulders that you've worked. Get out of the triceps and out of the biceps. One more deep breath.
Relax your shoulders.
Yep. And allow yourself to come forward. You're not going to use the weights right now, but allow yourself to come forward. Put your hands inside of the weights. If the weight's on the outside part of that mat, place your hands just on the inside of those weights. You can stay on your knees totally fine. We're going to do push-ups in this position. If you want to come up to your feet, please do so. It's totally fine as well. But what you want to think about doing is pulling your shoulder blades together.
And I want to point out that different people have different sized bodies. So this distance, if it's too close for you and your hands aren't directly underneath your shoulders, modify it so that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders.
So you can do this either on your knees or up onto your toes. Either way, you want to draw up your navel into your spine. So be very strong through your midsection.
And drop your shoulders down. Make your spine really long. So reach your heart forward as your legs reach in the other direction.
That's right. And then from here, just push straight down and straight up. So you just drop straight in and straight up.
As close towards the floor as you can without losing it. Sometimes if you go too far down. So if this is a lot, just stay with mini push-ups. But keep the shoulders pressing down.
One other thing that'll help keep your shoulders down is if you just sort of have your neck in a neutral position. So in other words, your chin isn't tucked way under here.
In other words, look at the floor.
Exactly.
Okay.
4 more. 4, 3, 2, and let yourself all the way down onto the floor. So we're gonna work front to back. What's gonna happen is we'll do things for our front of our bodies as well as our triceps, and then we're gonna work our back. What's gonna happen is I want you to take your arms and reach them all the way out in front of you and just sort of walk them along the floor so you really, really lengthen their spine.
I reach them so far I can feel it in my lower back and the backs of my legs.
That's great, that's exactly where you wanna start from. So keeping everything solid to that area, what you wanna do is just pick your hands up and then drop them right down.
Keeping the tops of your feet on the floor.
Exactly right. Up.
And reach really long through your legs. So when you press down a lot through the top of your foot, your knees come off the floor, so your legs are energized.
So this time I want you to hold it all the way up. Hold it. Just make your hands out into a Y. So basically you can cross over.
Now, if your shoulders are reaching up that way, press them down. If it helps, you can turn your palms this way. That helps facilitate keeping your shoulders down your back.
Exactly. And then you want to bring them all the way together, then open them up again. So now we're adding the reps back to it.
You might want to lift up higher.
I'm doing what I can. Hey. As you'll notice, some of us are more flexible than the other, and that's okay too. All you're doing is working your upper back, your traps, rhomboids, and lats. 4 more.
I think so.
3, 2, and then place your hands directly underneath you.
And then rest for just a moment.
All right, let's go. So from here, your weights are on this side. What I'd like you to do now is put your hands on the other side of the weights, wherever they were before. Place your hands out wider than those weights.
And again, you want your hands wider than your shoulders, not directly underneath your shoulders.
So from here, leading with your chest, go straight down and straight up.
Press your shoulders down, draw your navel in slightly, and like squeeze your legs into each other. Also, keep the back of your neck long. You don't want to be looking forward like I am. You want to keep the back of your neck long. You just look down towards the floor.
Have that neutral spine. If you can, come up to your toes. It increases the workout, makes it much harder. If it becomes too much, drop back to your knees. We want to get a lot of reps in, make the muscles work. We're not trying to have a big ego. It's not about how many you can do in the bad form. Keep the good form.
And if you start to collapse into your shoulders, take a break. Drop your hips back and stretch through your arms.
So let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way back down. Let yourself fall back to the floor. This time, open your arms up into the wide position you were just in before.
Oh.
These wonderful long-armed people. I love it. So you're here, and all I want you to do from now is drop your chin down toward the ground, and then just lift up and through, moving your arms straight up and down. Try to hold your head in one position. Perfect. Getting on the back of the head.
Am I getting an extra workout if I lift my legs off the floor as well?
You are. You're working through your lower back, which again is part of the upper body.
Keep the shoulders pushing down. Oh, if it gets too much, grab your elbows.
Yep.
How about
I could never be
3 more?
Yeah.
2 more.
And all the way down.
Deep breath in. Relax your shoulders.
One more time for push-ups, right? Push-ups for the upper body are just like what squats are for the lower body. They work many, many muscle groups in the best way. So press yourself all the way back. This time, if you have them, we're actually going to use your weights. But I want you to turn them to a 45-degree angle, pointing the top of the weights pointing inward. So they're going to look like this. Now, for those of you with round weights, and if you're on a hardwood surface, be very, very careful. Or don't do this at all. Find a way to elevate your hands. Use a book, a brick, whatever it is. We're going to use our weights. What's going to happen is we can grab our weights, place 3 fingers down on the floor to sort of support us. This allows us to get a little deeper into our chest because we can take it down lower by elevating our hands. So you press straight down and through.
So this is a little bit easier than the other version.
We'll take it down a little deeper. So
this is fine where it is.
What you want to try to do is imagine you have basically like an apple or an orange. You want to try to touch your chest to that position. Going down, a little lower.
I'm not touching your hand.
Come on. Give a little love. So press straight down and through. Everything stay strong through your abdominals. Just keep going. If you want to get really crazy, you've seen guys use chairs. You can use chairs to do this exercise. Chairs on either side of your hands, pressing straight down again. Back up to your feet makes it harder. Keep the depth through your chest.
Oh, that's good for me.
Do 4 more. 3, 2, and all the way up. Sit on back nice and easy. Take a little bit of a breath moment. Breathe in. Hold it at the top. Drop one hand right behind you. Easy stretch back through your triceps. Opening up your chest.
Maybe bend a little bit at your side waist.
And into the other side.
And really breathe deep into your rib cage. All right.
And then come all the way down. Now what I want you to do is I want you to move your feet through. Just shoot your feet forward and laying down on your backside.
Shoot them just like that.
Yes. Go ahead and grab your weights. What you're going to do is place the weights on top of your knees right here. And from here, just roll your upper body back. Bring the knees with you. Just roll all the way back. Good. I'm actually going to stagger myself a little more so you're not beating me up with your weights. Bring your hands straight up. Now, you want to hold them right above your chest. So right here, draw a straight line from your chest to the ceiling. It will intersect your hands.
We're going to go into chest flies. So press your palms into each other and sort of pick your upper back up and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Press your shoulders down away from your ears and reach your arms really long. So keeping your shoulder blades pressing down and in, we're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower the weights down about 2 inches off the floor. There's a slight bend in your elbows. Draw them back up. and keep going.
So you want to have a nice, long, arcing motion.
So Terry, about how many more of these do you think we'll do?
I don't know, 2, 4, 600, 500, I don't know. What do you think?
How about 10?
Okay, 10, 9, such a pushover. 8,
Well trained.
7, hello. 6, 5, 4, 3, except we're gonna pause at the bottom. So give me one more, pause all the way at the bottom. And remember that 2 inches Eric talked about with those elbows? Keep that 2 inches just above the floor. So all the work is going into your chest and you're still drawn down in through your shoulder blades. Do a half raise upwards. You're gonna go halfway up, all the way down.
So almost little pulses here. Again, keep the shoulders glued down away from your ears. Don't let them scrunch up.
And we're doing 32 of these. 32, 31.
Palms face up. Squeeze through your center, the center of your chest.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Just keep the motion going. Stay strong, stay strong, stay
Come
strong.
on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bring the hands all the way up to the center. Again, now you're really collapsing into your chest. So from here, take the weights all the way over your head. Keep a slight bend in your elbows. What we're going to work now is what's called your latissimus dorsi, your lats. Large muscles on either side of your body, right here.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. So all I want you to do is to bring your hands up to about my hand, keeping the arms long, and think about pulling through your lats. Through these muscles, pull the weights forward, drop them back down, and take them up again. Perfect. Notice she's pulled her shoulder blades in. Why don't you explain how you did that?
Well, as before, I pick my shoulders up and kind of tuck my shoulder blades in, and then after that, you press your front ribs down. But keep going here. And keeping your shoulder blades pressing in and your front ribs drawing down, so you're really solid through your core. Ugh.
Good. And the weights don't go past your chest. So again, they started here to do pectoralis flies. Now they're going to stop here when you're doing your lats. Take it almost down and try to touch the floor, but don't quite get there. Really use your lats to open up and then pull through.
And if you need to, slow the movement down.
Exactly right. Oh, that's good stuff. So just for a moment, I want you to pause all the way back for me. Pause as far back as you can. Reach your hands back a little lower to the ground. Hey.
But keep the shoulder blades down, yeah.
So everything is coming all through these muscles right here. Long, long arms. The longer the lever makes the exercise harder. Give me 8 more. Come up and then back down. That's perfect. I'm going to join in.
It's about time.
Well, sorry. So here we go. Bringing it up. All the way back. 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2. One more time. Hold it right above your chest. Now, turn your palms and turn the weights about a 45-degree angle into each other so you're here. Bend your elbows a little more than you would normally do. You're going to do flies again, except this time, because of the hand position, you're going to really isolate anterior delt in the upper part of your pec. So drop it all the way down toward the ground and come right in into you. So down, it's adding a little press action to the fly maneuver. So instead of just a basic arc, you have a little pressing going on.
So notice what's going on in the sides of your neck. Keep your neck relaxed and keep it long. So make a lot of space between your ears and the tips of your shoulders.
This is kind of like a pressing moment. Down, bring it up, good. Yep. So once again, I want you to hold those elbows about 2 inches off the ground. Hold them down right there. The weights are even with your chest. So here you're gonna press halfway up all the way down, small motion and a little quicker. So press up, press. Going right through your chest, through your shoulders. Hoi, hoi.
How many more?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, bring them up just for a moment. Now you're going to hold them here, and all I want you to do is take your elbows. You're going to turn them all the way in, all the way out.
Squeezing your elbows towards each other, dropping your shoulders down.
Really focusing on contracting the chest. is all about creating cleavage. Oh yeah! You want to squeeze everything in and together. When you're wearing your bling bling, it's hanging right down. That looks good. There you go. Perfect. Again, her shoulder blades are drawn down and back. Her chest stays elevated the whole time. Her chest is way up here. She's squeezing her elbows in. Ah, there it is.
Thank you, Terry.
Sure. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold up. One last thing. Take the elbows, bend them, take the palms of your hands and face them right to your forehead.
And I like to relax a little bit before I put the weights on my head.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah.
So the back of your hands are facing the ceiling. Your elbows are drawn in. One last little part for your triceps to just press straight up and straight down. Now the great thing about holding the weights right above your forehead, it's a great way of spotting yourself. Because if you mess up, you have bruises. Perfect, there you go. Yep. And we are gonna do 50 of these. 49.
Then why don't you lie down?
48.
And then maybe I can.
46. 45. I'm just osmotically getting in shape by watching it. Fantastic. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6. Oh ho ho!
And again, as you get more tired, if you need to slow down, keep the elbows drawing in. You want to be looking at the underside of your arms right now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbow all the way at the top, turn your hands, bring your knees up, place the weights on your knees, bring yourself all the way up. Great job.
And that completes the Ultimate Workout 2 upper body workout. So depending on how you feel, you can turn to the lower body workout, Ultimate 3, or if you want to do some strengthening and lengthening exercises, check out Sports School's library.
There you go. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.